Regatta here in 2025. This is the women's varsity pair. They're competing for the Morrow Bowl. Lane 1 here is Rollins. Lane 2 is Rochester Tech. Lane 3 is Berkeley. Lane 4, Simmons. Lane 5 is Mercyhurst. And in lane 6 is Western Ontario. So looks like we might have some boats a little bit over the course there. That looks like Mercyhurst has slipped out into lane 6 over there. But in the meantime, looks like the boat from Drexel here, or rather Berkeley, the Berkeley boat here. Sorry, the oar's confusing me just a little bit there, but this boat from Cal Berkeley, your leader in the women's varsity pair at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. They're entered as Berkeley, but this is part of the Cal Lights team, which is a club team, an offshoot of the classic men's heavyweight program that we hear about all the time. So this is the club portion of that is a bit of an offshoot. Yeah. Used to be for the lightweight men only, and now it is men and women. So they are able to come out here and race some other crews. So it's really great. We don't often see Cal out here. So it's nice to see a fellow California crew. I get to see them at quite a few regattas out west, but in fact, 2 weeks ago as well. So here they are doing a pretty good job right out of lane 3. Yeah, and it's interesting here after they did have the fastest time in the time trial yesterday, but not by much, just about a second out in front of the boat from Simmons. But then when they went into the semifinals, they were dominant. In fact, winning their semifinal by over 17 seconds over Mercyhurst. And then in the other semifinal, Rochester Tech, Western Ontario finished a little bit closer together on their side of things. So not a huge surprise to see this boat from Cal Berkeley striking out into first place as they approach 1,000 meters down, 1,000 meters left to go. And there you see the boat from RIT appearing to be, or I guess that is Simmons there. That's Simmons in lane 4, right. Your second place boat at the moment. Yeah, and you can see these pairs kind of contending with the water again a little bit up here. A few white caps that we're seeing. Some of these crews perhaps rowing a little bit conservatively, and we will maybe see some action as we get a little bit towards the finish line as they kind of throw the kitchen sink at some of these crews ahead of them to try to take the lead, because we are looking at Rollins making a little bit of a move on RIT here, who is just behind Cal, who is off of our screen now. So RIT, again, doing a great job in second currently, and they are actually just excited to be out here because they've had a very, very tough season being able to practice. It's been unseasonably cold and flooded, so water time has been a very precious commodity to the RIT crew. So this is probably great for them to be out here and even be able to row at all. So they are doing a great job. But right now, our current leader is still Cal in lane 3, followed again by Simmons, I believe, if, again, my eyes do not deceive me in the distance here. And then we will look over to RIT and Rollins making a push on all of them.
Yeah, so an impressive row so far for this boat from Cal, as we've stated, and just taking a look back there, you know, Western Ontario, Simmons, we saw they had a nice competition in their semifinal. This is shaping up to be a nice competition again between those two boats as they make their way towards the finish line. And a bit of a reprieve here. You can see the trees kind of calming down a little bit, at least in this section of the course. You know, this seems to be one of the parts of the course a little bit more sheltered maybe here. It's funny, right here, things a little bit calmer. You get into that final 500, the water starts to chop up again here. So it's interesting to see kind of within the race here, there's different sections of this course right now that are a little bit more choppy than others.
Now, you know, I wonder if we would be saying that if we were out there in a pair in the open water.
That's fair. Totally
I mean,
fair.
A pair is always tough. So we do, you know, that's me teasing you, giving credit to the pairs, of course, who are doing a great job out there, because we know there are some white caps to contend with, and we know that it's a little bit rough at the finish. So these pairs doing a great job, again, navigating the water that is out there and the wind. It's not always fun to get out there in a difficult boat and have to work with the weather.
Again, this Drexel boat is a Schuylkill River boat. That's where they practice, and the Schuylkill is oftentimes a pretty difficult practice course in the wind. So likely something that these two rowers are used to seeing on their home course is a little bit of rockiness in the water.
Yes, absolutely. Same with Cal, too. A lot of wind up there in the Bay Area. They're constantly dealing with the wind. So, again, no stranger to that. We have a lot of crews up there in that area that deal with that. And same with here. So
it's the part of the sport, It
really is. We are outside, aren't we?
Yeah, it's the nature of outdoor sports and water sports in general. Obviously, we're trying to make decisions here that keep all of our rowers as safe as possible. But again, these are experienced, varsity rowers here in this pair final, competing again for the Morrow Bowl. So, they are able to handle these conditions with aplomb, clearly.
Yeah, that was very good word use there. I like that. So we still have Cal Berkeley out here in front in lane 3, and we are going to actually keep an eye on Western Ontario. Again, from this view, it's very hard to see what our margins are, but we do have Western Ontario, it looks like, making a bit of a push on the other side of the water there. Again, far off into the distance for us. We're doing our best to keep an eye on that. We see Simmons here in the lane next to Cal Berkeley, who has started to bring it up a little bit. So you can see on your screen, if you are watching down by the finish line, that Cal has started to bring the rate up just a little bit. They're sitting up a little bit taller and getting ready to just put an exclamation point on this race. So very well done to Cal, and we will keep an eye on our second and third place crews coming in for silver and bronze in just a moment. All done it.
And finishing up there is the boat from Western Ontario.
Yeah, that's right. Just tapped the buoy a little bit as they come through the finish line, but a great race nonetheless. And we will have results popping up for you again on dadvail.org as soon as we have all of the crews across the line.
Yeah, so again, they're Cal Berkeley, the winner of the Morrow Bowl. And you can see here finishing up is the boat from Rollins. And again, this was our final, or our last grand final of our Vail Regatta. So all of our champions in the varsity novice events and have been decided. We're going to move in here into some more championship rowing, but